Gang, gang. Oh my
Hello.
God.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome to the Anything Come Where Anything Goes. My name
Stop
is
saying that.
Anything
You
Come.
gotta stop fucking saying that. Okay? Stop. Welcome to Snack Time, an offshoot of the Anything Bowl, where we talk about one thing, one single topic. Today, folks, who guessed it? Did you guess it? Did I guess it? It's a fucking tier list. That's right. So to ride the high of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, as opposed to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, we're ranking all of the live-action Spider-Man movies. This includes Venom and Second Venom. And thankfully, I'm pretty sure this list does not have Morbius.
Venom.
A movie I think none of us have seen.
I did not.
Did you see the second Venom?
Yeah.
Who the fuck
Okay,
will
so
go
that
see
works out
Morbius, bro?
Bro, it's Morbid.
Trash ass Morbin time.
I don't even know what that meme is because I haven't seen anything from it.
It's
classic.
Now you can use the mouse.
There you go. There you go, Brennan. Now you can use the mouse.
Freedom.
Okay. So the way that I figure this is going to go, we're going to go in release order, starting with Spider-Man 1, 2003. That's what it's known as, Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man 1.
And we'll go in a circle, and we will continue until we have completed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Like, this is a class session. So everyone just raise your hand. Right. Okay, when it's your turn
raise
to
your
speak,
hand to be called on.
speak.
If you're not called on, don't fucking speak. I'll hit you with the ruler.
Tell me shut up. Oh my God.
Ding chilling. So,
Ding chilling.
What?
Hold on. Does this have to be like... Never mind.
What?
Never mind. I was going to be like,
just let him shut up.
But then I realized that there's more movies than tiers.
Yeah, see, it's much better to do a tier list than a ranking like we used to do. Okay. Because then you're not like, oh, but wait, but this movie is so good, but this movie feels better than this. No, because now we can you can put everything in fucking B tier. It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
That's
every Spider-Man movie, mid.
Are you telling me that everything's going to be in B?
Skyline Chili, mid.
There's a couple bad
What'd you say, Skyline Chili?
Yeah. Your Cincinnati Bengals that haven't won a Super Bowl since 1996. Mid. So starting with the first movie, right? Spider-Man 1.
What you got against the Bengals?
What did you just say?
Where did that come from?
Just skip it. So Spider-Man 1. Right.
Classic.
It's
cheesy.
a classic. It's
Campy.
great. It's very New Yorker. The Green Goblin is a great villain.
Gave me PTSD as a child.
Pizza time.
He did. Uncle Ben dying, where Uncle Ben is.
How are you supposed to make the good rice now?
Did it before it was cool.
Oh my God.
He's crying and drooling. It's a whole
He's
thing.
crying and shit.
I got it. You know, but I look at Spider-Man 1 the same way we looked at Assassin's Creed 1, where I'm like, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And it sets the tone and a lot of the good ideas for what happens in really every other Spider-Man movie from this point. But that doesn't mean it's like the best thing ever.
So we are going to fight today. Okay. So
Yeah, we are going to fight today.
Spider-Man 1.
Oh, if he says C tier, I'll smack him. I'm going to fucking Batista bomb you if it's in C tier.
No, it's not. It's definitely not C tier. I'm between A and B. I think Spider-Man 1 goes in A tier. I think that's a pretty easy
Okay,
one.
that's a good move.
It's not quite S tier. I'd say it's like the bottom of A tier, though. So
I will agree with that sentiment. I'm going to put it in A because for what it was,
puts it in A to me,
it was
for your information.
It was a good time, you know? It was interesting to see like an actual good Spider-Man movie because I think the ones they made prior were kind of doo-doo in the 90s.
No.
The cartoon was the only thing that they really had. So overall, it just was kind of it was just kind of doing his thing and kind of really started off with a lot of good stuff. And then of course you have the Green Goblin.
The Green Goblin.
That's how I learned. You know what's funny? That's how I learned my prayers in CCD when like she's praying and then fucking blows up her wall and shit. Aunt May's wall, and then I'm like, hey, I remember that.
Oh, that's right.
And then every time we used to go to CCD, it was like, how do you know it so well? It's like,
Brendan, where do you put Spider-Man?
I also put it.
You gotta click it.
I did click it.
You have to click it, Brendan. You have to use the mouse, Brendan.
You have to use the mouse, Brendan.
It's definitely an A tier film. It also one of my favorite video games as a child.
Spider-Man 1 for PS2?
Oh, yeah.
That's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you think the Spider-Man... Oh, my God. You think the Spider-Man 1 game is better than Spider-Man 2 game?
No,
I never played the Spider-Man 2 game. I just said Spider-Man...
Oh, you uncultured swine. Okay, then I understand.
I also never beat this game. I got past the first level, but it was an incredible level.
I feel like you be the type of kid, like, you got to the first level and then you got confused by R3 and then you stopped playing. I feel like you were that type of kid.
But R3 is confusing. Why would they name it that?
I would just walk in a circle on the wall, ceiling, and floor and go, the game is not obvious where to go, so I would give up.
Did you ever just stick around in that tutorial level where it's just like square, it's just boxes?
Garage?
No. Well, there was one where it's like it's teaching you how to play the game, and it was just like this big like polygon red square. You were just jumping from building to building. You don't remember that? That was like the intro level.
Being in a really like rusty warehouse with very bad lighting.
I don't know then. Maybe I'm remembering something wrong.
I don't know. But the first movie, really good. Everything all around. Introduced Toby, and without it, we would not have the Not My Toby meme.
And he was a great Peter Parker. I think a lot of people say that, but it's true. He was a good Peter Parker, but
no, he wasn't.
He was the best Peter Parker. In terms of Spider-Man, no. Huh?
I think the other way around. I think he's a great Spider-Man. He's just not a great Peter Parker.
I think he's mid for both.
Actually, you know what? No, I'd say he's mid for both because he's not. He's great at Spider-Man in the way that we associate Spider-Man to be, not the way that he should be from the comics, where he's very quippy.
Yeah,
and that's more Andrew Garfield. I think Toby. Maybe it's just a nostalgia thing.
I think it's a nostalgia thing. It came out when we were kids, so all of it was all
Toby.
Cool.
Toby.
Also, that scene where he catches his lunch food and it's not CG gets bonus.
That was practical. That thing was like, it's like what?
Takes?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts.
Crazy.
I was just sitting there like, fuck. How do you not get frustrated after like 5, man? Damn. But yeah, Spider-Man 2.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
I think
Spider-Man 2.
Obvious where this goes.
Can I go first?
No, Brendan gets to go first because he's.
Okay, Spider-Man 2. Where is right here? Okay, let's start it off the bat. C tier.
What? Brandon, I'll choke you out.
This is a boring movie.
Brandon, I'm gonna fucking choke you out.
I'm gonna put Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna piss off Matt still. I'm gonna put it in the top A tier.
After you see,
that's fine. I'll take A tier. I think it's an S tier movie, but god damn, really?
It bored me as a child. It got better.
You bore me, you child. Oh my god.
I know that people love it. It's just I didn't care. I did not.
I don't care about your opinion, bro. Fucking,
it was too serious for a comic book movie as a child.
Doc Ock was the shit.
I could not get into it.
You see,
Alfred Molina played it pretty good.
Yeah, Alfred Molina, fantastic. You see Peter Parker. He's developed. It's like what I told you during the movie review. Go check it out. Came out Monday. He's learning how to use his powers and balance shit. The romance with Mary Jane getting a little complicated. You know, it's cool. It's fun. He has to learn to be responsible, and it's probably the most
Harry?
Harry.
What about Harry?
Is he a wizard?
He's a wizard, and he's like fringe 2008 Goblin type shit. You know what I mean? Like, shit goes crazy.
Changed him before it was cool to do it in the Andrew Garfield one.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, man, I don't know. I think it was just a good time. I think there was a lot of memorable scenes. I think Sam Raimi really kind of balanced that whole thing between the comedic vibes of it and his awkwardness and just maturity as the character went on. So that's unfortunate, though, guys. I'm sorry well, Miguel has a good opinion. Brendan doesn't. So
I think all of our opinions are going to get very
across the board
when we get into some of the later ones.
I'm sure.
But I think Matt's going to stab you again.
Yeah,
where are you going to put Spider-Man 3?
It's my turn again. Awesome. Where is the cover for this? No,
I will stab you in the neck with a fucking Q-tip.
It's a B.
Okay, that's fine. I'm actually not mad about that.
It's higher than Spider-Man 2.
I would put it in the same place.
It's got a whole. There's a whole lot bad in this movie, but
the black suit's so cool.
The black suit is cool. There's a whole bunch. I think it came out right around that age where stupidness was funnier than better than actual good films. So I watched this and went, this is so cringy, and I love it. And I thought the Venom thing was awesome because it's the first time I saw it in live action. Sandman,
fucking great.
He was a good villain.
At the time and everything, those effects were really cool to me.
Yeah,
I loved all of it. Harry,
New Goblin.
Was that his name?
New Goblin.
New Goblin.
Bottom of the B.
New Wave. Opium Goblin.
And everything, and the fact that it kind of did whatever.
Did you not hear him say Opium Goblin?
I did not know.
It's Opium Goblin.
The whole thing with the he's the tenant with the landlord and everything, and fix the damn door.
My rent.
Yeah, I enjoyed all that.
Damn door.
Dancing Toby.
That was awesome. His girlfriend.
See, I hated that at first, but when the memes were really coming about, that's where I started really reappreciating the movie. That's one of those scenes that
aged really well, like the prequels.
Yeah.
The prequels are really stupid when you're young, or when whatever, or when they first came out.
Or just watching episode 2 now. Yeah.
Or just watching episode 2 now. But then as you get older and grow up with it, you're like, no, wait, the memes, man. I love
Yeah.
that. That's funny.
Yeah.
I could.
Now you're like, oh, Toby's dead. Oh, look, he punched his girlfriend in the face. That's funny.
I don't remember
Oh
that.
my god, domestic abuse. Woo!
I'm gonna.
I do agree. I think the memes really kind of reignited an appreciation because
Exactly.
it's not as bad as it was originally. Like, you asked me this a couple of years ago, I probably would have put it in D. But the story's not too bad. I mean, it doesn't really close out Toby's character too much because I think Raimi had a plan to do
There was a
Spider-Man
4
4,
coming. Yeah.
but Maguire wasn't really into it. Sony really wasn't into it, and at that point, they were trying to recast for Andrew Garfield, so it was a whole drama thing, and so it's a shame because I think it had a lot of. If he had one more movie, I think 3 could have probably redeemed itself, but I guess we'll find out soon.
For Grace, got screwed out of like in the.
Wait, who?
Yeah,
I
but
couldn't hear.
the problem is, right? He said Topher Grace didn't get like redeemed or anything, especially in what No Way Home.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's fine. The problem is that we have 2 Venom movies.
They didn't want to.
And they didn't
back
wanna-
into it.
Yeah, they barely want to
Yeah.
make a 3rd Venom movie. All right, let's be real.
I got so hyped. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm gonna put Spider-Man 3 in B tier. I'm gonna agree with Brendan because there's a lot of childhood. in
I
that
third
movie.
that one. I think now with the new opinion, I'd give it a B tier. So,
Hey,
alrighty,
off to a good
Are
start.
we gonna get angry at this?
onward.
Andrew Garfield's first movie.
The Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, Timmy and I watched this for the first time last night.
Okay.
Click the thing. Don't let it turn off.
right.
Is it my turn again? Or are you
Where
starting?
where are you putting the Amazing Spider-Man?
Well, that's just part of the experience, isn't it?
Basically, oh my god, just
Is it the
bopping
first
people.
one or this is the first?
That's the first one.
This one.
Yeah.
No, this one.
Yes.
Okay. A tier.
Really?
What?
A tier.
What?
I'm gonna put it in the top
like-
of B tier.
I
Y'all
love
are fucking
Dennis
nuts.
Leary
It's
in
a
that movie.
D tier ass
I like
movie, bro.
No,
having-
it's not.
No.
Get away from me. Andrew Garfield was really fun. It was a cool new experience for it. I loved the suit at the time. Emma Stone in it is awesome. Dennis Leary is awesome in it. The villain, never really got to see him live action before. I thought it was really cool how they did it.
The Lizard.
The Lizard, yes. I think that overall the movie was pretty solid and pretty cool. And I don't actually remember any genuine issues I had with it besides some like plot holes.
It's a little slow. They kind of rushed through the whole him becoming Spider-Man thing in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, because we all seen it
that's
before,
a big
so I didn't
problem.
actually have a
Exactly.
problem with it.
I think the best part of this movie is
It's like
it goes without a doubt. Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man, not Peter Parker, but Spider-Man. He's very quippy.
Yeah, I will
The
give you
suit
that.
in this movie
Yeah.
is fucking horrible.
It's
Really?
terrible.
I hate it.
I don't like it.
They're trying to make it look like Toby's, but make it a little different and tweak it just a little bit.
can you pull up like an actual photo of it that isn't the poster?
I think my biggest issue is just that I felt like for a Spider-Man, it felt like it was too against the original character, and especially earlier on. I mean, he kind of finds his groove later on in the movie, but he's just way too fucking aggressive,
That's
bro.
not a video game?
And he forces himself too. Like I feel like a lot of sometimes with his movements and his lines, like it's just too forced. Remember the screech? Remember the screech? The screech was the best part,
Screech?
right? Yeah. When he first gets his buzz, like whoa! You don't remember that part?
No.
When he skateboards,
also
he gets all the fucking
This
webs
is-
and shit.
This is the
my
actual
God.
suit from the movie.
That's the first suit from the movie.
This looks like a video game.
It looks bad.
Just
I
look
like
up
the design of it,
Andrew
though.
Garfield woo.
I like the
Andrew
eyes.
Garfield, woo.
I like the eyes a lot on it.
That's the worst part.
Okay.
They're just sunglass lenses.
Okay, and
I think it's ugly. I think they tried
Tom
to
Holland's
copy.
just wearing a fencing mask.
Tom Holland isn't even wearing anything. It's a CG fucking suit. All right,
I've
we'll
seen
get
him
to
drinking
that.
with out of it.
We'll get to that. We'll get to my new gripes with the Tom Holland
Look up.
Spider-Man.
Did you look up the Andrew Garfield woo?
No, we were looking at the first ugly suit and how bad it is.
Look at the Andrew Garfield woo. Just Google it.
Ooh.
Tobey Maguire meets Andrew Garfield woo meme. Oh, this is when he's in the thing.
Yeah. Woo!
This is so funny on silent.
Dude, it's so like no, that was
It's
funny. But you know what it is? I do agree. I think like the quippiness of him and like in a way, I felt like you could look at this either way, but I felt like they kind of tried to push a cool boy persona a little too hard. But that's just
Yeah.
me personally. But
Yeah.
that's just kind of what ruined the character development for me.
They're like,
Villain
he's
was
a
great,
nerd. He
obviously, but-
skateboards.
Yeah. Look at me and my 2009 haircut. Woo! Woo!
Okay. Brendan,
Yes.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
What is it, D?
He says
D.
D.
It's a
I'm
D.
going to say
I'm
it's in terms of quality,
I
it's
gotta
an
put it in a
F tier.
C.
It's an F tier in terms of quality of the movie. But when you take his suit is honestly the best, if not second best, Spider-Man suit there is. The chemistry between him and Emma Stone, phenomenal.
Till there isn't.
And the way you see it all over TikTok and Instagram, but the way till there isn't.
That bitch turned into a fucking slinky.
The way he emotes without having eyes that move like Tom Holland does, or being able to have his mouth move through the mask, kind of like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Those couple things are enough to put, where is it? TASM 2? TASM 2's in the top of C.
But what about
TASM? Bro's calling it TASM?
Rhino?
We're not even going to talk. That's why it's an F tier.
Spasm?
The Rhino, yes.
What do you mean?
Rhino
Put
was
it in C.
I did. It was F tier, and then a couple things that I mentioned brought it up to a C tier.
Don't become a teacher.
Don't become a teacher.
It's bad grading.
That's great grading. No, I agree with Miguel on a lot of those points. I think it was a bit of a step up from the first one because again, like I think the first one is Garfield trying to figure out what it kind of felt like he was stumbling through, but I don't really blame him because I think Garfield's a great actor. I just think that the direction just wasn't there. So I think he found a better
phenomenal actor, but there was horrific writing.
Exactly. Bro had the hated treatment. So
You're gonna punch me later on.
Oh, you guys are gonna punch me now.
okay, all right, here we go.
Is this the first Tom Holland one?
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay.
Ready?
Wait,
Yes.
Everybody,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
didn't even hear what you. Wait, what did you guys say?
The Spider-Man: Homecoming. I put it in S tier. That's not it. That's the
You put S tier, Brennan. What did you
did.
say?
I didn't yet because I was reacting to that abomination.
You're not gonna. I put mine in B tier.
You put B?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put A.
Oh shit! I put the wrong one.
Because when I saw it come out, I went, "Really, another Spider-Man?" And I wasn't excited at all. And it actually was a good movie.
Listen. One of my favorite things in this movie: Michael Keaton as the Vulture. Great.
Fantastic.
He wanted to be another bird guy.
Dude, he was
Tony Stark,
intimidating as fuck, bro.
Best Aunt May.
the best Ant-Man.
That's Aunt May.
Tom Holland's suit. Actually, very nice.
good.
I like the design. I like the little black thing on there.
Zendaya unexpectedly really good because I didn't
See,
really know
he
who she
felt-
was at that point.
I think we all agreed
Glover.
at one point when this first came out. It's like very. I think it's the closest to comic book you can get at this point
Yes.
in terms
Yeah.
of MCU. So it's kind of nice to see. He had like the best of both worlds, dude. Because he was a little cool like Garfield, but he was like also had those nerdy functions like Toby did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
could-
quips, too.
Really good. Tony's in
Yeah.
it.
Tony,
Oh, Tony.
that's what makes it so good to me. It's
Okay.
I would argue.
like
well,
the
see,
suit.
that's some people would argue against that and say that's probably was a big problem with that. I felt like it was.
no.
I don't know. I felt like.
But no, see, but the only reason I can explain why Homecoming goes above something like Spider-Man 1 and 2 is
Yeah.
because Tom Holland has the benefit of being able to build off of being in another movie first before his solo outing. If Civil War
Yes.
didn't exist, I'm sure this would be worse because they'd have to cram in a lot more.
He was great in Civil War.
Exactly.
It was
That's what I'm
fantastic.
saying. He has the benefit of being in
And we didn't
3
get the
ensemble
origin.
movies. No.
So
We didn't
like,
get to see Uncle Ben die again. We just got to see Aunt May die.
Is there even an Uncle Ben in that universe, or is she just
Technically.
single always?
It's kind of like what happened to Anakin, where Tom Holland just like appeared one day. They were like,
Okay.
All right, sure.
That's
Put him
it.
in front of the camera.
Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse.
That's the next one. I can do all the Tom Holland ones.
What you guys think of that?
I can do it. We're timeline order. Okay?
Timeline order. Okay. Into the Spider-Verse.
S tier.
S tier.
It's
S
above Homecoming.
tier, baby.
It's
Top S
amazing.
tier.
It's such a
S
good film.
tier.
It is phenomenal. It is the pinnacle of what Spider-Man should be.
Yeah.
The design
Yeah.
is great. The animation is great. It pioneered this whole new wave of animation.
It got me re-excited about Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Hell
exactly.
yeah, dude.
Also great like vocal performances between Haley Steinfeld, and she's the only person whose name I can remember. Chris Pine is in that movie apparently.
Do you remember
Really? You
Tom
doing
is?
what? What does he do?
Oh yes, that guy.
He was the original Peter Parker, the blonde one who died.
What?
Oh my god, yeah. That's right. That's
Was
right.
he?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Learned that the other day.
He was the
Great
OG.
movie.
Yeah.
John Mulaney's in it, so it already.
John Mulaney is before the drugs. Or
I think
during
before the
drugs.
drugs. The cocaine,
That's how he was able to
cocaine
play a
spider pig.
character like that. Nick
I
Cage was in it right before the
I
comeback.
just washed my hands. That's why they're wet.
think
No other reason.
I think the story was great. I think the characters were great. Voice acting was fantastic. Just phenomenal.
What did you
Hands
put it
down.
at? S as well?
I put S tier. Yeah, we're on the same
Okay,
page
that's
about that
an
one.
easy one.
Okay.
But this one
That's
we're
an
on the
easy
same
one.
page. Oh,
Yeah.
ready? Oh,
Yeah.
let's get mad. Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Ooh.
Where does it go?
Ooh.
You gonna make me mad?
Oh, no, I'm gonna make you mad. Where are you gonna
Right.
put it?
Were you gonna put it?
Is Matt gonna start this or
No, you're gonna start.
Oh,
it.
I'm
You're gonna start this.
Okay.
You have to start.
Also S tier. It is
Okay.
my favorite Tom Holland.
Far From Home
Spider-Man.
is like a bottom of C
What
tier.
the hell?
Bottom of C?
Bottom of C.
It's so
I'm
good.
top of A,
The
bro.
fight
God,
that he
it's
has
not.
I'm
within
bottom of A,
himself,
my bad.
fighting himself. The villain is awesome. The way it works is awesome.
Nope.
Nick Fury is in it.
Don't get me wrong.
Technically,
The
no.
teachers,
Jake-
JB Smoove and that other guy, are awesome. Like, I can't find anything I don't like about this.
I will
I
say that if anything,
hilarious.
right, Jake Gyllenhaal really carried as a villain. I think
He
he was
did.
fantastic.
100%,
He kind of
yeah.
plays those psychotic roles pretty good, so it worked out pretty well. And of course, the whole romance thing with Tom and Zendaya, that shit was going nuts too because then it was getting all fucking nippy and shit. I feel like this is actually probably some of the best Marvel CG because I felt like they actually took their time with this shit, especially the Mysterio sequences. That's a big one. I'm just saying.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna put it bottom of B tier because it's not worse than the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But what I am gonna say is this is the point where I start to get frustrated, where I'm tired of seeing this crazy smooth Spider-Man who's got no creases in his suit. He's not realistic.
Oh, so you don't like the fact that bro literally looked like a
Bro looks like an action figure.
he looked like Play-Doh that's like really smooth down.
Yeah, but he looked
Yes,
like
he
that
looked
in
like-
Civil War 2. He looked like that in the other one.
I know, but this is the point where I get tired of it.
Oh my
I
god.
love this movie.
I know you do. When was the
such
last time you watched this movie?
Last year? Year
Alright.
before?
All right,
I watched it like 3 times in the theater too.
3 times.
It was pretty good.
That was the time though where we were all going to the movies like 3 times at a piece to go see Marvel movies. That shit was crazy.
But this was right after Endgame.
I think I saw it twice.
How many
with
times
you.
did you guys see
Probably
Endgame and Infinity War?
Oh my god!
Um,
I think I saw Endgame like 7 times.
I contributed to like
I saw like at least 3 or 4. I did not hit 7.
I'm pretty sure.
Everything.
I think you and I saw it. I think 3 times, Brendan.
Yeah.
Matt and
Me
I
and
saw
me-
it twice.
Yeah, we saw it twice. I
Pretty
think we
sure I
saw
went to
it.
go see it by myself once.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? All the hype and everything, even after I left the theater after that, I'm like, that was absolutely incredible, but Infinity War was better.
Yeah. I can't wait for us to do the MCU tier list.
It led up to it. It led up to it,
Oh, okay.
Overall, yeah. Wow, okay, so we're all over the place with that one.
Okay.
It's a mix.
it's
That's
alright,
weird to say
I
it's a
guess.
mixed opinion one, but I mean,
Overrated as fuck in my opinion.
but shit.
Shot on this next one.
All right,
Venom?
No.
Venom.
Oh, we're doing time out.
Oh my
Venom.
god.
Venom.
Okay, so Venom as Venom is a B tier.
What?
First Venom is a top of B tier.
Is it?
It's fun. He says fuck a lot. There's a really good Eminem song that was
Hey,
shot on a Pixel
Miguel,
3.
do you know what else starts with F? Fuck. Going to
Friends,
F tier. Fuck that
F
shit.
tier? The first Venom's going in F tier?
I hated that shit.
Oh god.
I put the
But
wrong
you're the
one in.
person that loves the second Venom, so
Yeah, that's the weird fucking shit about it, right? Which we'll get to in a second.
where are you putting Venom?
I wanted to put him in C, but you made some really good points, so
I
I
did.
kind of want to bump it up to B.
He's funny.
So I'm going to put it in B.
Tom Hardy's a little weird in this movie, but Venom's fucking
He is.
hilarious.
It's weird. It's the only movie I don't like Tom Hardy in.
Yeah, but
I think it just came out
Venom
at
is
a time
great.
where
Female Venom, and it was
Lady
something
Venom who bites off
is
a
that
guy's
what it
head.
was? Yes, they're really good.
yeah.
Other symbiotes though kind of generic and felt like
the silver one whose name we can't remember?
the Crayola character copies. Yeah,
Grail character copy. It just
they were just
I
all
think
different color crayons, and they're like, "I'm the bad one," and it's like, "Are you?"
Are you sure?
the timing that this movie just came out, I just was not interested in it. So I think that's probably
That's a
why. And then
fact.
when
I
I
was
did
so
see it,
excited.
I was like, yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
mid as fuck in my opinion. I just really
Overrated
didn't
as
really
fuck,
vibe
in
with
my
the
opinion.
character too much in this one. But for
You
some
put it in
fucking
F?
reason, Venom 2 I'm not. No, it's just, I don't know. It just wasn't my vibe. I think I went to go see it with Patrick and Ben. We all agreed like,
I mean, it's all right.
it's all right. But then over the years, I'm like, yeah, it's not really something I'd go back and rewatch. But Venom 2, however, that shit was a fucking bottom of B tier for me. I thought it was a good time, honestly.
Venom 2 goes in the bottom of B. Matthew,
Yeah.
Let There Be Carnage is an F tier movie.
It is.
Nah,
pretty
it's
good.
It is not a
It's
good
F.
movie.
It is
Timmy,
fun, bro.
Timmy,
Woody Harrelson as a
Do you
villain.
remember Venom 2,
fun.
Timmy? I thought
Woody
you were there.
Harrelson as a villain.
I kind of like the arguments that
Should've
they were
been
having
fun.
and all this shit, and it's just like
We went to
he's
see
trying
it
to
with
control
Matt.
Venom, you know.
He could've
Him
been-
trying to get his girl back was kind of interesting.
No, it was
Kind of
bad.
kept the plot moving.
His girl
I don't
was
know. I
terrible,
liked it.
not needed in the movie. Andy Serkis as a director in a Venom movie, I thought was going to be awesome with all of his experience with CG stuff and characters
The
like
visuals
that.
were fantastic.
They
they
were,
weren't.
but I thought the storytelling coming from someone who played Gollum and Caesar and King Kong, very emotion-driven characters
Damn,
and things
dude.
like that.
He also
None
was
of that.
Snoke.
Yeah, and then yeah, okay. And none of that came through. And Woody Harrelson could have been the best villain in a superhero movie we could have had, and he was so mid, and it was so upsetting.
That
You know what?
sucks, dude.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Let There Be Carnage in D. Because I
I gave you all these reasons why it was bad. And I didn't
But you
think it
did
was better.
mention one.
His bro just
did
thinks about it. He's
mention-
like, it wasn't that bad.
Venom, regardless, the symbiote is fucking hilarious.
He's amazing.
It was you. You mentioned that.
But it's true.
I said that for the first one, but that's the only redeeming factor of this movie. The story, bad. Woody Harrelson's multiple wigs, bad.
Name one
Carnage,
joke he says,
bad.
"Let there be carnage," that you know.
Damn,
he does
dude.
something
I like
funny
the
where his
story
head's
a lot
floating.
too, though. That's the thing. That sucks.
It's okay, the first one. Yeah.
Listen, it's a Venom movie, and all he does is look at Tom Hardy and go, "Fuck you, fuck
you. Let me eat what I want. Well, that was the funny part.
gonna
Then he
eat
has to
them.
worry about fucking carnage and shit. I don't know. I just thought it was
As
cool,
funny
He's
as
like,
that
I'm
is,
gonna eat them. No, don't eat them. Okay, we can hurt them really, really bad instead.
that's funny, but I still left that movie theater very disappointed.
So was I,
and
but-
kind of upset.
I don't want to watch this movie again. I want us to keep quoting fake Venom lines instead. Okay. Second to last one.
Oh,
The controversial one.
yes. Who wants to go?
It's your turn, buddy.
Okay. B tier.
C tier?
B tier.
Oh, B tier. Sorry, I can't hear you over your Samsung buds.
Spider-Man movie. It is nothing
Really?
but fan service that is incredible, but the story itself was fucking boring. It was there. I did not care for it.
I'm gonna put
I put it in the bottom of B tier.
I'm putting it in the bottom of A, because I do agree that when you think about, it's really funny. We all thought this movie was the shit when it first came out, but then you really like if you reread the synopsis. Listen to me, no. When you reread the synopsis on paper, it's fucking stupid. It really fucking is.
It is.
Peter Parker gets upset because he can't go to the same college with friends. What does he do? He asks Doctor Strange to open up
To break the
multiverse to fuck up
multiverse.
absolutely everything because he couldn't get accepted into college that he wanted. So
The worst
in a
part
lot of
of
ways,
this
it's a yeah. Well, you go. I'm sorry.
We watched it last night. Right? Timmy and I watched it last night.
Yeah.
And there's a part when Andrew Garfield comes through the portal. First of all,
It kicks
you're
off
like,
the mask, and I'm like,
you're
"What
like, this is fucking great. I love this. Andrew Garfield. In the theater, there's applause. You're freaking out. When you watch it at home,
It's awkward.
there's a split second where Andrew Garfield takes off his mask. He just stands there. And it feels like
I'm
a
in the wrong
Nickelodeon
movie.
sitcom.
Yes.
Where they're waiting for a laugh track or an applause track to play.
Because they were.
And you're like,
Well, because they I'm sure in the theaters, obviously,
absolutely were.
they expected that shit to go off. So then, yeah, I can see what's
yeah,
awkward.
of course,
at home.
in the theater.
It's like
It's like
It's
when
like
you
if
watch
you have a
Friends
band-
at the laugh track and he sounds like a psychopath with Ross. It's the same thing. He walked in, he went, "I'm a Spider-Man. I'm going to let this soak in for a little bit." And then they're like, "Oh my God, you're Spider-Man." He's like, "Yeah, I know."
it's kind of
He's
like
like, "But
having
you're
a,
not our Spider-Man." And then
having a-
Toby showed up and he just like, "I'm
You know
here
what?
and I'm old."
I'm going to change my spot. I'm going to put it in the top of B tier.
it's like having a rock band in your fucking living room and say, "How
You know
you
what?
doing
Okay.
tonight?"
I will
quiet.
put it at the top of B tier because it is better than
Those two.
Those two, yes.
Yeah, I put it above, not because it's that much better, but because there's no way Venom is better than No Way Home.
No. The other problem I have with this movie is the only character development that was. There's three things that happened that actually mattered. One, the multiverse thing happened, but that happened simultaneously in four other things they were doing, so it really
Yes.
didn't need to happen.
But I feel like I
Everyone
was gonna say it
forgot
didn't have
who
like a
he was,
purpose to it. Yeah.
so he's going to start over.
Yes.
So that creates a whole new, almost origin for Spider-Man. You know what else does? Having him have his Uncle Ben moment in the third film, when his fourth or fifth appearance. So once again, we're starting from square one
This is
with
six.
Spider-Man.
He's been in 6 movies at this
Jesus,
point.
yeah. So all this movie did was rehash things that we saw and then start him back at square zero. That did nothing for him except make him even sadder. And then Toby had to be like, "Don't do it. It's fine." And then he's just going to go into the next one and be like, "Oh, I'm Spider-Man."
But the suit at the end,
Kind of
yeah,
heat.
those look pretty good.
Don't even
It's-
remember.
Kind of heat. Some of the
Don't even
fight
remember
scenes
it.
kind
He
of
got a
heat.
suit.
The suit's kind of heat.
When he fights
the
with
moment's
Green
kind of
Goblin and he
heat.
falls through the building and they break through like 4 floors.
You gotta say though
Pretty
that
good.
this was just a nostalgia pull. That's really what this movie
That's exactly
was.
what it
And
is.
that's
That was my
exactly
problem
what
with
I'll
it.
give it. That
I
being
left
said,
and I went, it
Sorry,
was
you go.
cool.
Yeah.
Sorry. I keep thinking
He's getting very passionate.
no, I hear it. I hear
you
it.
keep pausing in between sentences and I think you're done and I start and then you talk again and I'm like, but it's just, yeah, there was, I left and I'm like, yeah, that was awesome and I loved a lot of those things, but like, it was there.
Yeah,
I could have gone without that movie and it could have been so much better.
yeah. No, I hear
I
you.
wouldn't say so much better.
It could have been so
I think
much
it's.
Well, you know what it is.
It-
It
it
kind of
could've
reminds me of
been-
like when you had like remember when we were talking about Ant-Man Miguel? We said like wrong, good situation, wrong person. It's kind of like this.
Yes.
Why
Not a
why you would
defense.
open up with Spider-Man to open up the idea of more multiverses? I have no fucking idea. But I think for
It's
what
just-
it was a fun time. I think the hype was around it was great. But I do agree that yeah, when you look at the story retrospectively, it wasn't necessary and it just wasn't. It just didn't need to
This
happen.
movie, the
So-
problem is it falls into the category of a lot of post Endgame stuff where the first you don't even have like a first act that leads into the conflict. It's just like, look, it's the start of the movie on Spider-Man. Oh shit, something's happening. Oh look, now we're in the middle of the plot. Oh fuck. Just like what happened with Ant-Man. Ant-Man, you get in there, she's like, look, I built a thing. We're 5 minutes into the movie. Look, Dad. And then they go, oh my God, what does it do? Fuck, we're in the quantum realm.
But you know why?
Why?
That's how Infinity War was. It started and shit just happened, and it worked really well for them. They're like, okay, let's keep doing that.
That's totally fucking
it's because of the attention spans, dog. It's because of the attention spans.
It's because you fucking kids on TikTok need
you.
Instant gratification. All you do is fucking, you sit, you twerk,
eat your hot shit, be a fucking whore, do your thing. 21, do your thing.
21. Is that a Joey Diaz quote?
Wake up, cocksuckers.
Wake up, cocksuckers. It's all over. You know, we had a rough couple of months. That's literally what Marvel's been right now, and it pisses me off. But that's a different conversation. You realize that
rough couple of months for Marvel has been like 3 years, right?
There's more
still
out now
fucking rough,
after
dude.
Endgame than there was before Endgame.
I know.
And it's like upsetting.
It's like your dad just turned into an alcoholic or something, man. You just can't stop.
I don't think that's how this happens.
You just can't stop.
There's a lot less holes in walls.
The only good news is that he just went into rehab, so it's getting better, you know? So
what is your so the last movie
I'm trying to make it relatable to the people, bro.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's only been a couple days for you guys, like a day for me. So what do you think overall?
Across the Spider-Verse goes in B tier, I think. I think it's worse than No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's better than No Way Home. It goes in top of B tier.
Okay.
I think that,
but I can't move those around in post, so I'm going to put it in the bottom of A.
Okay. I'm going to put it in the bottom of A as well.
Okay.
Because it is a B-tier movie, but the art style and everything just gives it that little bit more.
It does. Yeah.
So it's an A for me.
You know what it feels like? It feels like with the story, it was flying, and then obviously it's supposed to be a two-parter like we talked about. But it just nosedived, like, right near the end. It almost feels
I thought we were done with that, man. I thought we did, like, Twilight and The Hunger Games and all these fucking YA movies and Harry Potter, where they split the ending in two parts.
What about the Fast and Furious
franchise? That's what I'm saying. Now we're doing
3 of them coming up.
My thing is, if you're going to do a two-parter, at least make it close enough. Like, okay, Year isn't really that bad when you think about it in terms of movies, but it's still a long fucking time. And
but see, they did something like that. With The Matrix, they split it up and they came out, like, 6 months apart.
Well, I'm saying even
didn't do well.
Fucking Marvel, the same shit. Like what? What was the gap between Avengers or what was the gap between Infinity War and Endgame? How long was that?
It was the longest year.
It was the longest year.
Fucking damn it! Never mind.
It was nothing but like stalking
this shit still sucks.
And trying to figure out what the title was.
Just living on the internet waiting for something to come out, and most of it was right. And then that trailer came out, was wrong,
and it was just Tony being old and decrepit in space, and we were like, oh.
I go fuck.
They're like, Squidward, and we're like, comedy.
I love you 3000. Oh my god, dude.
It's such a good movie. I can't wait for us to do that.
You want a cheeseburger? Your dad liked cheeseburgers, and we're all like, oh god damn it.
Like, he really did love cheeseburgers.
Remember that when he said he wanted a cheeseburger 20 years ago, and we all thought it was cool, and then forgot about it for 20 years, but then they said it here, and we're like,
she said it.
Alright, quit your yapping. Quit your yapping and your moaning.
Where'd you put the movie?
I agree with Brendan.
Okay.
Bottom of A tier. Bottom of A tier.
Okay.
Can we just talk about how at least on my spread, there is a very heavy concentration of good films with just a couple of below tier ones.
Yes.
And I know that mine's different from yours, but the second film in each series is the worst one.
Yeah, it's about right.
For you.
For me. In the original Toby one.
You just put Far From Home is the second one. You have an S tier.
Yeah.
No, that series is good overall. But you got Toby, you got Andrew, and you got
Tom Hardy.
Yes, Tom.
Okay, Matt, do the outro.
Nah, I think it's just all over the place. But at the end of the day, so when you have like different people cooking in the kitchen, bro, that shit's just be too much. Have you ever heard of my friend Anything Bull? He's stupid. He's dumb. He's an idiot. Blah, 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 blah. You can find him on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Did I say YouTube? Did I say yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
What is this outro?
Make sure.
It gets progressively worse every time he does it. I don't know if it's on purpose or not.
Do people know what to follow actually now?
Everything's always linked in the description.
It's always linked in the description. Miguel, what other people have been missing?
Let me tell you what you've been missing. So, I can't even, we're screen recording. I can't move it. So, we just did the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse review. That was on Monday. Link in the bio. Last week we did episode 56 where we talked about Ezra Miller, bad person, and Worldwide Developers Conference leaks. That actually happened on Monday. Check out this coming Friday. We're going to talk about everything that was announced. Lastly, before that, the last tier list we did was Assassin's Creed, and that was fun. People were angry. Some people, like Brendan, didn't agree with our opinions.
No, your opinion.
People
Matt
like
was
Brendan
right.
need to get over it. Coming up, folks, what movie comes out? Transformers comes out next week. Oh, fuck. What?
Button.
Wait.
What did you do?
I got a Funko Pop. So Transformers comes out next week. Look out for we'll have the
Fucking
movie
hate
review
y'all.
in the tier list for
What a transition.
for my most anticipated movie of the summer.
What?
I'm excited. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
You have The Flash coming out, and you're calling Transformers the most anticipated movie of the summer.
No,
when Michael...
not the.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Fucking Optimus dick sucking
DSL?
lips, bro. Yeah, DSLs.
Optimus got them DSLs, bro. More than meets the eye.
Does it?
I don't think I could keep focused that whole movie. Oh
I
boy.
can't keep
It's a
focused
car
on
that
Oh,
turns
no.
into a robot. I feel like
Optimus.
we've seen more than that now.
Okay,
That's
folks.
just gonna be rough.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
And I love you 3000. Bowl.
Shut the fuck up.